Ó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní record mà. Hello mà.
Yeah,
Hello mà.
mo tún gbọ́.
Okay. So, nǹkan ká ṣe ní line 8. A pè function in the first function. A pass Taiwo as the value of name. So, ó máa wá return name 0:3. That is, ó máa yọ the first 3 characters. Á dẹ̀ return ẹ̀ padà sí
Mm.
bí báyìí.
Mm-hmm.
Then ó máa wá assign it as value of variable A. Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ get ìyẹn mà?
Yeah, I'm getting it.
So, whatever tá bá wá return la wá pass as the first parameter níbi bí báyìí.
Okay. Mo ní question kan tí mo fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀. Sọ
Okay.
fún ẹ, mo ní ṣé nǹkan tó bá ta bá divine nínú function,
Bẹ́ẹ̀.
a gbọ́dọ̀ return ẹ̀ tá bá fẹ́ lo return.
Okay, ṣé àwọn
Like
variable
now, like now. Can you like fork name?
like
Like first,
okay.
okay. Like we have def fork name and we return that name. We now use that name láti ṣe some like some mathematical manipulation abi should I take it?
Okay.
What is inside that function láti when we are returning it, we are actually using it láti ṣe some calculations. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Okay, ma.
Like can you go downstairs? Can you go down to the print? Let me say something what I'm saying.
Okay. Like this.
No.
Okay.
Ìsàlẹ̀ print yẹn pátápátá. Mo fẹ́ give her another function.
Okay, ma.
Def fork name. Now return. We want to return. Can we return another thing as apart from
Yes.
that name?
Yes, you
So
can return
what?
anything. So what happen now is whenever we call on this function
Mhm.
and I pass,
What will be there?
let's say James. When I run this code, let's say I print it
Mhm.
out, I will see Tolu. Nǹkan tí
It
mo
is
return
what we
yẹn ló máa dá padà sí bí báyìí gangan.
okay. So in our case now, à ń return name yẹn padà because àwọn nǹkan tó wà ní function yẹn gangan làwa ń lò, right? So are you now
Function.
saying that first name and comma last name cannot work alone?
No, they can work in what you are doing in the first function. We remove the first 3
Like
characters.
okay, Taiwo,
Yes.
suppose we return A comma last name ńkọ́? Kò lè ṣiṣẹ́.
Okay, if you say A
Tá fi
like this
yes. um
plus last name. Now, ó máa ṣiṣẹ́ náà. Ó
Why
máa
tó
ṣe.
jẹ́ pé a ṣe mo fẹ́ mọ reason tá fi
Okay.
concatenate ni.
Okay, why not write codes like this?
Just A comma last name na that's what we want to get.
A comma like this.
um
Ó máa tún
um
back error kò understand ìtumọ̀ comma. Tàbá
Nǹkan
ọ̀nà
tí mo fẹ́ bèrè nìyẹn now
comma
because
kò
for
tiẹ̀
me
tún work.
I'm looking at it bó ṣe wà nínú function pé we can also write return it like that.
Oh, àwa. Okay, ó send it back as a tuple fún wa.
Ọ̀sìtọ́kù
Yes. Ó send it back as a tuple.
which can never be used again.
Which is not what we actually want. Kò fún wa ní like bá ṣe fẹ́ kó fún wa ní result. A fẹ́ jẹ́ kó jẹ́ bí Tai Ajayi. Ṣé you understand ma? Hello ma?
Mo ti gbọ́ ó ti tó
Okay.
báyìí. Thank you.
So today a fẹ́ move sí list. Python list. Now, to start with, we first look at something called range. Tabani range, let's say 5. Ó máa display number láti 0 to this number. So I get 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. We can print the results now. Okay. Now, this range is an iterable. In fact, the result inside there is something we can look over, which we are going to look at later. When we say range 5, we have these results, but this result is an iterable, something that we can iterate over. So this 0, 5 is actually 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, like something we can iterate over. So we can also do something like this. Start from 3 and end at 5. So this will be 3, 4. Only include the number 5 before them now. Shall I get them? Hello, man. So when we say range, this range will produce an iterable. When we say range 8, it will produce an starting from 0, ending at the number before this range. So that will be ending at 7. And we can now iterate over it. And when you have two parameters like this, then this is the starting point, while this is the ending point. But it's not going to include the number at the ending point, meaning it's going to start at 4, but end at the number before it, that's 7. The first parameter is inclusive. The second parameter is exclusive. We can now iterate over this by saying for I in range 4, print I. So okay, most on that range, the result of range is actually something that looks like this. The result of range is something that looks like this. 0, 1, 2, 3. Something we can iterate over. So this I now will now stand for each of the values in this iterable. So I will first be 0, then it will print I 0. When it's done, I becomes 1, it prints 1. When it's done, I becomes 2, it prints 2. Then I becomes 3, then it prints 3. So we can run this and have this result. So we can also proceed by saying there are so this will first give me there are 0 pence here, there are 1 pence here, there are 2 pence here, there are 3 pence here. But because we know Python, we can concatenate a number with strings. So I'll just say str so that this is converted to string. Shall I get it, man?
Yeah.
Okay. I can test it. So if I say print I times 2, what are we going to see?
So you be 1 times 0 times 2, 0, 1 times 2, 2 times 2, 3 times 2, and 4 times. Okay, no, we stop at 3.
Good. We have this. If we proceed now, we can now say 4, 7. That is start as 4 and end at 7. Print let's say I. So that would be 4, 5, 6. We have this, is it? So we've looked at range. Let's look at lists. We will now complete. We've looked at for loop. Let's look at list. Then we combine them together. Then look at some other things in loop. Now, a list. Now we can create a list. A list is defined using a square braces like this, and it is immutable, meaning I can add items inside it. I can remove items there. So this is a list. If I want to display the first item in the list starts from index 0. So this will give me 7. This will give us 8. This will give us 9. Why this will give us 10? Well, if we have this, then we have this error because this list doesn't get to index 4. Let's proceed. Then I can add more items to this list by using append. I can add more items to the list. So I can now say print list. Oh, sorry. Has nothing. Oh, append, not
Append.
append. So I can add my items to the list. We can remove
Okay.
items by copying it. But then let's focus. Let's go straight to the most important part of this thing. So we've appended 15 to the list. It's going to be added to this list. Then we can print out the list. So we see everything in the list. The next thing is this. Mm, So let's assume I have this. So what will I get if I run this code? Um,
0, 1, 2, 3.
no.
Okay.
Kila market about code.
1,
What?
1,
One.
1, 1.
How much?
1, number 1.
No, man. That. I have a
Ah,
list.
okay. It okay. Ah, okay. I
Oh,
think.
okay.
Oh, all right. Print. Oh, 9.
Ṣé náà yẹ kó pé la máa rí?
Okay, for the 9 and 2.
9 and 2. Ṣé 9 and 2 nìkan la máa rí?
No, that one is only 9 la máa rí now. Ṣebí hell high ni.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣé 9 ẹyọ kan péré?
No, 9. 9 ẹyọkan péré la máa rí now, Táíwò.
Okay, no ma. Kò ní jẹ́ ẹyọ kan.
Ah.
Ẹ wò báyìí. For I in range 4. Range 4 is actually like this.
Oh,
This is range 4. Nǹkan tó máa create ni. So I will first
oh,
be
okay.
0.
Oh, I'm confused because of that four high. Okay, now for high in range 4.
Uh, so this is how range
0.
4 looks
So
like.
that is 0. So
I will first be 0.
it is 9 and 2.
No. 9 la máa rí, but the 9 will be displayed 4 times. Now I will first be 0 abi.
Mhm.
So ó máa print li index 2. What is li index 2? That is 9.
Nine. Mhm.
Tó bá ti ṣe tán I á wá di 1. A tún wá run code tó wà nínú bí again, print li index 2, a tún print 9 again. I á tún di 2, a tún print li index 2, a tún print 9. I á tún di 3, a tún print li index 2, a tún print 9. I will stop. Ṣé you understand now?
Mo ti understand.
So very
But
simple.
so there's difference between for high in Li.
In li,
Uh-huh.
okay, that will be for each item. That's for, yeah, for each item in there. Now
Uh-huh.
this is mo fẹ́ jẹ́ kí ẹ má wọ àìmọ̀ lo ilé náà, but mo fẹ́ jẹ́ kí ẹ understand the basic
For
thing.
for high in Li yẹn gan.
Then that will be, I will now represent each item inside this li. I will first be 7, then I will now be 8, then I will now be 9, then I will now be 10. The thing is, we are not using I inside this loop.
Mhm.
If you use for I in li, I will first be 7. But I want to go print the li index 2, I print in 9. When we are done, I becomes 8. I tún ní kó print the li index 2, I tún print 9. Then I becomes 9. I tún print the li index 2, I tún print 9. Then I becomes 10. I tún print the li index 2,
No, I
I tún
don't
print 10.
understand. Taiwo,
Ma?
for high in Li,
Yes.
print for high in Li will give you 7, 8, 9, 10. Print if you say print high.
But we are
Okay,
not
let's print
printing,
high.
that would be 7, 8, 9, 10. But we are not
Uh-huh, that
printing,
is high.
we are printing li index 2. If I get come,
N high
if
in
I
the
get,
soup.
then now I will first be 7, because I will represent each item in this li.
Mm-hmm.
I will first be 7. Then when we get to this place, I want to go print the li index 2. What is li index 2? Hello, ma.
Yes.
That's one. Kí ni li index 2?
Li in the soup is 9.
So I print 9
Yeah.
for the first
Máa
time.
rán kóòdù yẹn kí n jọ kí n máa wí.
All in
Má
9,
kàn
9,
wá
9.
fẹnu sọ lásán.
Yes, ma. So
Why tó ṣe print 9 lẹ́ẹ̀mẹrin?
òun náà mo wá fẹ́ ṣàlàyé. Hi, tó bá ti fẹ́ rán kóòdì, tí Python bá ti fẹ́ rán kóòdì, we are saying I should be represent each value inside this li. The first value here is 7. I will first be 7. Ṣé I understand yẹn?
Mm-hmm.
Then àwa wọnú loop yìí á tà láti ṣe nǹkan tó wà nínú ẹ̀. Kí la ní nínú loop yìí?
Mm-hmm.
A ní kó print li index 2.
Mm-hmm.
What is li index 2? Li index 2 is 9. So I print 9 ní àkọ́kọ́. Ṣé ìyẹn yé yín mọ́?
Mm-hmm.
Ma?
Mm-hmm.
Ṣé I understand ẹ̀ ma?
Yeah.
Then tó bá ti ṣe yẹn tán, I will now become the second value again. Because at the
Okay.
end of this loop, tó bá ti parí loop yìí, I will become the second value in this list.
Mm-hmm.
I becomes 8.
Mm-hmm.
I tún ní kó print li index 2.
Mm-hmm.
I tún print li index 2, which is the second 9.
Mm-hmm.
Then at the bottom end of this loop, a tún padà wá sí ibi again. I becomes 9. a tún ní kó print li index 2 a tún print 9,
Mhm.
then I becomes 10. A tún ní kó print li index 2 a tún print 9. Then since tó yẹ pé kò sí any other value nínú bíbá ìmọ̀ our stop, what we are just saying is let I represent each value in this array, then tí I bá ti jẹ́ first value bá wa ṣe nǹkan tó wà níbí, tí I bá ti jẹ́ second value tó bá wa ṣe nǹkan tó wà níbí, tí I bá ti jẹ́ third value bá wa ṣe nǹkan tó wà níbí, tí I bá ti jẹ́ fourth value bá wa ṣe nǹkan tó wà níbí.
Mhm.
So wọ́n la ṣe rí 9 lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́rin. Ṣé you understand me?
Okay.
Ó wà confusing àbí?
Wọ́n kàn fi sí ó lè jẹ́ pé àwọn ibi tí mo ti ń struggle pẹ̀lú náà
Ẹ má
láti
wọ̀rẹ́,
jọ́ ìmọ̀.
ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe báyìí. Ẹ ignore nǹkan tá a ṣe náà. Let's have this. Ẹ mọ̀ pé range 5 is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 àbí?
Mhm.
Okay. So I'll come here now and say sorry. Now, like I ṣàlàyé nǹkan tó wà níbẹ̀. So since we know that this is range 5, ṣe rí iṣẹ́ high, iṣẹ́ ìkọ́pẹ́lẹ́ ni I kàn ṣe fún wa. Nǹkan tó ṣe fún wa ni pé I àkọ́kọ́ jẹ́ first value. Tí a bá ti jẹ́ first value, a ṣe nǹkan tó wà níbí. Then I to the second value. A tún ṣe nǹkan tó wà níbí. I to the third value. A tún ṣe nǹkan tó wà níbí. I to the fourth value. A tún ṣe nǹkan tó wà níbí. Then I the fifth value. A wá ṣe nǹkan tó wà níbí. Ṣé you understand me? Wọ́n mi ọ̀làlọ́.
So èló yẹn máa jẹ́ in 5 times.
Ẹ ti understand. Eléyìí àwa print ẹ̀ 5 times. So ẹ jẹ́ kí n yẹ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ẹ̀dá àmàlẹ́ yìí àti wọn la ṣe rí báyìí ní 5 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I àkọ́kọ́ the first value a ṣe, I the second value a ṣe, I the third value a ṣe, I the fourth value a ṣe, I the fifth value a ṣe. Now tí n bá ní pé 5,8 tí n bá ní print hello kí ni mo máa rí?
Um, 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7. Hello lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́ta.
Good. A máa rí hello lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́ta. Perfect. Because this is like this 5, 6, 7. So I àkọ́kọ́ the 5 a ṣe nǹkan tó wà níbí. I the 6 a ṣe nǹkan tó wà níbí. I the 7 a ṣe nǹkan tó wà níbí báyìí. So a máa rí lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́ta báyìí. Ẹ ká tẹ̀síwájú.
Okay.
Tá bá ní let me call it new list. New list equals to kí la máa rí?
Hello lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́ta.
Good. Hello lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́ta. Àkọ́kọ́ jẹ́ Táíwò. A print hello. I to the Kenny a tún print hello. I to the Ìjòwú a tún print hello. Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ understand hello bẹ́ẹ̀ ni?
Yeah.
Any questions so far?
Yeah.
Okay. Ẹ ká tẹ̀síwájú.
Níbo?
So tá a bá ní I in range 6, àwa
Mhm.
lè sọ pé print I. Eléyà print 0 1 2 3 4 5. That's because a fẹ́ lo I nínú bíbá ẹ̀. Yeah.
Okay.
So
So once tá a bá ti lè lo item yẹn gangan gangan, tá a bá pass another thing sínú print wa, we just print it the remaining time tó yẹ kí I yẹn print sí.
ẹ ti get bó ṣe máa ṣe nìyẹn. Bó ṣe máa ṣe. So in this case now, with this list, we can now say I in range. Ẹ mọ̀ kí tá a bá sọ pé I in new list by print I kí la máa rí.
Táíwò Kẹ́mi Ìdòwú.
Good, a máa rí Táíwò Kẹ́mi Ìdòwú. Good. Ẹ jẹ́ ká tún ṣe the same thing but now in another way. We can say range. Ẹ mọ̀ kí tá a bá sọ pé len. What's the length of this new list? Ma,
We don't have any length.
the length is 3. A length of a list is the number of
Yeah.
items in that list.
Okay, the name, okay, you asked the number, the length of the
Of
list
new
is
list
3.
is 3. Good. So I suppose len new list. So tá a bá print I kí la máa rí.
Uh-huh. It's Táíwò Kẹ́mi Ìdòwú.
No, ẹ wò again.
Length of new list, which is 3. That's why please, yeah. Oh, Táíwò Kẹ́mi Ìdòwú 3 times.
No ma.
Okay. Take it to me, darling. That will be there.
Ẹ wò that I might get it.
For high in range 3, that's length of new list is 3. It's 0, 0, 1, 2, 4.
Ma,
It should be length of, what is the length of new list? Is it not 3 or 4?
3. We have 3 items there.
Uh-huh.
So
For high in range, let me put it for high in range 3.
mm-hmm.
Print I, that is 0, 1, 2.
Correct. As I understand it, man.
Yeah.
So this is something I just saying for I in range 3.
Um,
So this will give us 0 1 2. But this is that is up with length of this new list instead of just putting 3. Ni pé tí number of items in the list tó bá increase, we won't have to change this code. Ẹ mọ̀ kí tá bá sọ pé range 3 báyìí, tó bá dọ̀la tí new item bá wà nínú list, then it means you have to come here and change this to 4. Shall I understand now? Shall I get me?
yeah.
So but by saying range 3, range len new list. So this sense is just saying range 4 now. So we can now proceed by saying new list. So kí lélẹ̀ máa fún wa mọ́?
Táíwò Kẹ́hìndé Olúwalọ̀lá.
Good. Taiwo Kenny Idowu Alaba. So this will first be, this is the same thing as saying for I in range 4. So I will first be 0. It means new list index 0. Then I becomes 1. It means new list index 1. I becomes 2. It means new list index 2. Then I becomes 3. Then it means new list index 3. So we have this result. So what if I have this? Kilometer gets
1, okay, 1, 2, 1 to 4. That's the first thing. Um, 1 to 4. 1 to 4. 1, 2, 3. Táíwò Kẹ́hìndé Ìdòwú.
yeah, would that then?
It's ranging from 1. Okay, Kenny Ìdòwú Alaba.
Good. Kenny Idowu Alaba. Tomorrow ni leke labari.
Kenny Ìdòwú.
Good. Kenny Idowu. I get that. Lamai tomorrow ni le.
Kenny Ìdòwú náà.
Good. So àwọn ẹ ti mọ̀ wé. Ẹ ti mọ̀ pa ẹ ti mọ̀ wé. Ẹ ti mọ̀ wé.
Táíwò wọ́n mi ìwọ jàre.
So we have this Kenny Idowu. Hmm. So based on this now, all the manipulations still were based on this knowledge. So wọ́n lè sọ pé mo lè sọ pé print my name is new list index of I. So this is print. My name is Kenny and my name is Idowu. Now next is we want to look at something called break and continue. Ìgbàlá stop sílálẹ̀. Break and continue. I'll just make our work look.
But I have a question, Táíwò.
Okay, ma'am.
The name list of file,
Okay, this new list.
yes? Mhm.
Yes, ma'am. The new.
I'm coming. We are given a list.
Okay.
We did for her in that list.
Okay.
And we now want to print the list
Okay.
of file.
Of fine.
So here we got Kenny and Ìdòwú.
Like this. Or I in the list like this, have you?
No, nǹkan tó ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ náà ni.
Okay. Kí ni question yìí, ma'am?
Kí ló sọ?
Kí ni
Yeah.
question yín mọ̀?
So like this one now, this one we print. My name is Kenny. My name is Idowu,
Yes, ma'am.
right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now my question is that tell tí àwọn inú list yìí, this is just a small list, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's assume that I need a very large list.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just looking for a way tó ṣe máa ń sọ tó ṣe máa ń fi okay like let's do something. Sorry for I know we want to stop tonight but I'm very very curious about this thing.
No problem, ma'am.
Let's create a list of numbers.
Okay.
Don't cancel that.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, a list of numbers. uh Now we now want to perform an operation like a fẹ́ select nínú list yẹn, and let's assume that list yẹn a mọ position táwọn kìíní because if we are actually knowing the position now, you understand,
Okay.
but ó lè má lè work fẹ́lòmíì mọ́.
Okay.
That code might not work for other people.
Okay.
So now can we do, I don't want us to look at, can we loop over that list
Okay.
that tó yẹ pé tó bá fẹ́ ṣe anything nínú list yẹn,
Then.
yeah, you should know where I'm going, that in terms of political problems tí mò ń solve tá a máa ń ṣe nígbà yẹn pa,
Okay.
you have the list and you actually, because I know this is actually where I need to know algorithm.
Hmm.
And when you see a question, what is the first thing you need to do before you start solving it? Believe that this Python is actually syntax gbogbo nǹkan tí mò ń kọ yìí, which I am very very happy about it, but syntax, knowing syntax alone cannot solve problems, you understand.
Yes, ma'am.
Now how to now use syntax to solve problem? So let's assume that I want to I want to sum up, I want to I want to create a code
Okay.
pẹ̀lú list tó wà lókè yẹn, that tí mo bá ti rí value tó jẹ́ pé ó like, let's say that I want to add like two values together
Okay.
tó jẹ́ pé inú ẹ̀ náà dẹ̀ náà ló tún máa, answer ẹ̀ náà tún máa wà nínú ẹ̀,
Me get me.
nínú list. Nínú list yẹn mo fẹ́ add two numbers together
Okay.
but the answer will still be in that list.
Okay.
So now how will you now be picking those items in the list that will actually make you to perform operation
Okay.
without knowing the specific, I can know the position, that okay, 3 is in position 0, L high 0
Yes,
can
ma'am.
give me 3. But in this case now I don't want to know the position of every value, I just want to be doing my own. I can say like, let's do something like L high, let's create a variable
Okay.
for high. Okay, for high in L high,
Okay.
um print high, sorry, okay, print high. I have this. Okay, I have this now. Fine. So like now, I suppose I want to perform my operation, I can say return, just continue the, I can say return.
Hmm. Um. We won't be able to use the turn here. We are not within a function.
Oh,
Sí
okay.
nínú function so àní return.
Okay, okay, like can you add, we are not in, okay, can we create a function? Okay, can you add the two numbers here to help me àmọ́ position wọn? Are you doing it now?
Yes, we can.
I
In fact,
how will you pick it?
uh, oh, as
Oh
this
yeah.
task will be requiring us to use nested loop. But we're going to get to that stage when we start doing things like that.
All right.
Uh, let's continue with the case. I'm actually go.
Oh,
We can do something like this. Should I get a DBB?
yeah, you get a big one.
Next thing is we want to look at break and continue. Now, the break is this. Once Python sees this word break, it will terminate that loop.
Mhm.
Once Python sees the word break, it will terminate that loop. So how to change this to just saying, just say line. What will I get if we run this code?
End of new list is 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
My name is my name my name is Kyle. My name is Kenny. My name is Domo Alaba Break. So continue.
No. Wait.
No, no. Line of zero. Line of 4. What are the lights? For how you reach? For my name is my name is Taiwo. You reach 4. My name is Kenny. My name is Idom.
Okay. Again, I said whenever Python sees this word break, Uma terminates the loop
Wait,
here.
wait. Taiwo jọ. Taiwo wait. Wait. Yeah, sorry. Wait.
Whenever Python sees this word break, tó bá ti rí ọ̀rọ̀ break, instant ó máa stop loop yẹn. So based on that explanation, kílẹ̀ rò bóyá ó máa fall.
Later.
Má
Ó sọ̀rọ̀ kan sí.
mo ní pé tí Python tó bá ti lè rí wọ́ọ̀dù break tó bá ti lè rí break instantly ó máa stop loop yẹn. Now based on that explanation, kílẹ̀ rò bóyá ilé máa fall.
Okay. It will give us for how you reach. My name is Taiwo. Break. Stop.
Mm-hmm. My name is Taiwo. Stop. That's all. I get it. Ẹ jẹ́ ká tẹ̀síwájú. lélẹ̀ máa fún wa.
List wo lo create?
Well, ní mo kàn sọ pé if I equals to 2 break.
How can I be equals to 2?
What?
Then how can I be equals to 2? No, I cannot be equals to 2.
Why bro?
Only one. Hey, is I not Taiwo Kehinde Idowu Alaba?
No, I is not Taiwo Kende to one Alaba.
So what is that high? Jesu.
Hi, as I put for I in range, new list. Range, new, range, len, new list. Length of new list is 4. That's the same thing as saying for I in range 4. Happy?
Oh,
Shall I get
so
one?
if I is not, yeah, so in a, if I equals to 2,
So this is
mm-hmm.
what this line will give us.
So it will now print 0, 1, 2.
Ma?
0, 1, 2. It will print, it will print Taiwo Kehinde Idowu.
Yes, between Taiwo Kenny Idowu. Shall I understand them? Ma?
Mm-hmm.
If I had written codes that look like this, actually align it, right? If I had written something that looks like this for I in new list, then I will be Taiwo Kenny Idowu Alaba. Shall I get them?
Mm-hmm.
But, but this line talo line 3, I will be 0, 1, 2, 3. Ìdí tá a fi lè lo eléyìí bí nìyẹn. Ẹ jẹ́ ká move on again. Now, nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ jẹ́ kẹ́ bá mi ṣe ni, I want a code that displays all the items in the list, but we always end at the fourth item. What I mean is this. I have a list now. So I want to display all the items in this list. Like this, create a function, def form. That function is expecting a list. So I can pass li as this. When I run it, it's going to display all the items in this list, but end at the fourth item, meaning it will display first 4 items. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shall I understand me?
Mm-hmm.
Shall I get more? Create a function
That's
that
high.
ma?
Mm-hmm.
Create a function that
Okay.
receives a list. That function
Mm-hmm.
will only display the first 4 items in that list.
Mm-hmm. Hello?
Hello ma.
Mm-hmm.
Yes ma. Mo ní pé kẹ́ create function kan tó máa
Oh,
gba
okay.
list. But that function will only display the first 4 items in that list tó gbà wọlé.
But in this case, no. O ti kọ́kọ́ define function yẹn náà. O ti kọ́kọ́ define list yẹn sílẹ̀ náà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ so that a bá ti fẹ́ pe function, you can just say form li like this. A kàn máa pass ẹ̀ sínú ẹ̀ báyìí. So a lè gbà wọlé níbí. I just say list. So li be sent as the value of list. Or we can say my list. So we'll get about to pay function. Let me well, let's call on the function after creating it. About to pay function li lama send as the value of my list.
Mm-hmm.
So báwo wá ni a ṣe máa wá kọ function so that ó máa display just the first four items. Hello ma.
Well,
Ṣé I get question you ma?
don't worry.
Okay ma.
Hopefully, hopefully, I will clear for me a lot of. So we define headline, then function my list. So you want me to return what?
No, like let this function display all the items in this list, but it will stop at the like display the first four items in this list. I display 3, I display 4, I display 6, I display 8. It will always display the first four items in any list that was the phone. That's the work of this function. Is it just display the first four items that was the phone.
Okay. Jẹ́ kí n share screen.
Okay ma.
Jẹ́ kí n share it. But mo ní láti kọ sílẹ̀ because I won't be able to see it again.
Okay ma.
Can you help me to send it on my WhatsApp?
Okay, yes, I type
So
okay.
kí n kàn copy ẹ̀ sórí VS Code kí n
Okay
dẹ̀
ma.
máa fi ṣe.
What's in there? Ṣé
Nítorí Táíwò ṣe. The first three letters, right?
the first four values in the list. Look about display after each of the values.
It's 4 minutes.
Okay, just let me stop here.
You say?
Wait share. What's a word on? I just share screen yẹn.
No, mo máa ṣe okay. Ṣé kan táyọ̀ mi?
Olúwa ṣeun. Mi ò rí screen yẹn.
Really?
That's fine. That's a load.
Ṣorí ń sìn?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mà.
Mm. Nǹkan tí mo get tí mo lè kọ ni.
Mi ò rí screen yín mọ̀. Ó kọ̀ pé kíní mi ò rí text editor ní code editor ní. Ó kọ̀ pé you are presenting to everybody.
Ibẹ̀ ni window wà ṣe.
No, it's your entire screen.
Okay. Mm. Ó ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ no. Ẹ má bọ̀ mọ́ kọ́tà máa ṣe. Ẹ jẹ́ share screen. Mo fẹ́ jẹ́ ká ṣe continue lálẹ́. So a máa ṣiṣẹ́ lé lórí. Like a kan máa ṣe task lórí wọn lórí lọ. Ta fi máa perfect ibẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ share screen.
Ó ti stop sharing.
Share this screen mi báyìí.
Mhm.
So we can do it like this by saying for I in point nine my so we can say point I. So here we can now say if I is equal to 4 break. Oh, is it 4 now? Tell it sorry. 0 1 2 3. So if you run this now, it will print all the numbers from the first to this index 0 1 2 3. Even if you supply new list entirely now, so even if you supply this list, we still have the first 4 items. Oh, so instead of my list index of ads. So the first four items the column máa ma fún wa lọ. That's because as a pé tí a bá ti lè jẹ́ three kó bá wa break. Another way we can still write the same code is by saying, instead of saying length 4, we can just say 4. Shall I understand? So that our stop ní index 3. Kò ní máa bother àti máa ṣe yòókù. So we won't need this break again. We still have the same results. Shall I get them? Hello, ma. Hello, ma.
Wait.
Shall I get them, ma? So all are confusing now.
Ah, go.
Okay, ẹ wò báyìí. Níbi bí ní line ní a pè func, that is this function. A pass li sínú ẹ̀, which is this list, àbí? Ṣé get ẹ̀ dé bẹ́yẹn? So, hello?
Mo ti pè a pé funk.
Which is this function?
A dẹ̀ pass li sínú funk.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ so mi pé li ọ̀la pass as the value of my list.
A wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní print
Àwa ní
for
for
high in range 4.
in range 4 so that a lè stop ní a lè jẹ́ mọ̀ pé range 4 is something that looks like this.
A wá jẹ́ 70, 90, 110 lásán.
No, I just 70, 90, 110 and 130. Ẹ mọ̀ pé range 4 nǹkan tó ní sínú ni. So range 4 nǹkan tó ní
Yeah.
sínú ni. 0, 1, 2, 3 ló wà nínú range 4. Shall I get there? So our print in my list index 0, which is 70. I print my list index 1, which is 90. My list index 2, which is 110. My list index 3, which is 130.
Okay.
Tomorrow we'll have to go over it again in our next class.
Yeah, I think we need to go by this question.
Should we stop there? Check out we'll continue our break. Stop today.
Jẹ́ ká stop. Ó ti pọ̀ gan. Èmi gangan ní láti lọ jókòó láti máa practice kìíní yẹn.
Okay. Alright. Our system is if tí n bá yọ upload sí YouTube lálẹ́ máa upload ẹ̀ sí bóyá àbí báwo mo ṣe lè send ẹ̀ bóyá tí máa upload ẹ̀ sí YouTube ẹ lè download ẹ̀ so that màá lè yọ kúrò ní YouTube.
Okay, no problem. Má ṣe your learning sign.
Ma?
But it's better I check the training again. I listen to it before our next time. So that màá fi lè understand nǹkan tá a ṣe dáadáa lálẹ́.
Alright.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Ó dára.